What's going on, guys? My name is Nadim, and today we have a special guest here for the third part of the series. This time we're going to cover Water 7, including Enies Lobby, Water 7, and also, for some reason, Long Ring, Long Land. And so with us today, we have Shyinx.
Hello, hey guys, this Shyinx. Any more dual summons, cause screw these guys' luck, bro.
Alright, guys, so at number 10, unfortunately, we had to include this guy on this list. I hate him. As you can see, it's Foxy.
He has no. Yeah, basically he can slow down opponents to like really slow. And come on, think about it. One Piece multi rush, if you can actually slow down opponents, he's gonna be insane, guys.
Yeah. Fuck him. Let's move on from him. The cool characters that showed up, of course, are Afro Luffy and Coach Usopp, but we're not going to talk about them. He had also his crew members. Some of them were cool, but we're not going to talk about them. And let's get into number 9. Alright, guys, so at number 9, we have the Straw Hats. Now, I know we always say no characters that were included before, but we have to have these guys because they all transform. So Shyinx convinced me.
Okay, so first of all, I didn't convince Forgiven. So I know you don't have a proper Gear 2 Luffy. And Gear 2 Luffy is like, when the moment he showed the Gear 2 form, like when he said Gear Secondo, wow,
So
that the feel, man. We need that in the game. Like, I don't care if you waste one skill slot in it, right? Make sure you recreate that moment, man. Like, man, I really want that in the game.
The moment it was against Bluno, if you guys don't remember, and
that is one of the most hyped forms,
exactly.
Man. Like, even after a little bit of a sneak in the future, but like after the time skip, when he did it again, it will like, even though it's a little bit different, it's still so freaking good. Like,
I don't know. How do we still not have a dedicated Gear 2 or Gear 3 character in this game? Everyone said he's going to come out with Lucci. We have 2 Luccis now. He's not here.
For Zoro, it's really he just need that one skill to like I'm just going to cut everything.
Yeah, Asura behind him for like 20 seconds. I don't know what that form exactly entails, but Monster Chopper. Now, Monster Chopper, again, he's a transform unit, and so I'd love to see of course, Chopper eventually, where it's just small Chopper, and you have like skills that can transform into different Choppers, but a Monster Chopper dedicated unit would be sick.
When you use that skill, right, you get into this monster form, and you just auto goes to the enemy. It's kind of like Drake, so you get like 70% defense boost, then attack boost.
You said he cannot control himself. I actually thought of something different, like a bit where you lose all the HUD, so you don't see your team or the enemy team, and you can't tell who's your teammate or not. So if you hit someone, you can kill your teammates without knowing. That could be super annoying. That would be super annoying.
Actually, I got like, oh my god, it actually makes sense. I wouldn't mind using that.
But unfortunately, if you're not a good player, you won't know who's the enemy. You'll start killing your teammates. Everyone will hate you. So it's gonna be super annoying. So maybe balance him out some way by making it impossible to get him. Maybe make him a cola unit so only like top tier players can get him. I don't know. But make sure something interesting happens with Monster Chopper. Anyways, we've talked for like a long time about these guys. Let's get into number 8. Alright, guys, so at number 8, we have special characters. We have them here, of course, not because of their fighting capabilities, but because of the role they played in the story. Of course, Tom built the ship of Roger. Kokoro saved the Straw Hats from drowning.
The thing is, Tom, I think he's a fishman, and I think he has pretty decent strength. Like, his skill can be like, he can just lift up a ship and just throw it. So it's gonna be like a long range AoE attack, you know?
Okay, I like that. I think he can be a defender because he's super tanky. Like we saw how much he took and how much he tanked. Extra character trait: if Iceberg or Frankie gets knocked out, increase all stats by 100%. Now, Kokoro, an idea I had was save a teammate that's about to die. Like maybe when he's getting hit, as soon as he gets to under 25%, you can take him back to spawn in a more safe area where he doesn't die. Maybe heal him up 10%, something like that to save the day, like she does in the anime because she's a legend.
Before we start, I got this comment as a question last time. So, Uncle, Big Mom or Kokoro?
Right? Kokoro is a beast. I'm not gonna lie, if Kokoro asked me out today, I wouldn't say no. Easy.
When you use healer, sometimes you might not make it in time to heal your team. So when you use your skill, right, you transform into this mermaid and you literally just swim with extra 30% speed towards your enemy. And when you reach them, right, you heal them for like
Yeah.
10,000, bro.
That would be
I don't
sick.
know.
That'd be sick. Not 30% speed boost. Like maybe like 100% speed boost. Like if your thing is about, if your only good thing is speed, 100% speed boost. 100%.
Yeah, okay, true.
It's gotta be
true.
100%.
Actually, Kokoro is actually pretty strong, bro. She can kick people and like people will fly, bro.
I mean, she's not strong, guys. Don't listen to this guy.
Mermaid kick, which she sends an opponent with a fish-like leg, enough strength to send a marine flying far away. It's actually facts, guys.
It's actually facts. So somehow Shyinx comes out with facts that we don't know about. So maybe Kokoro is the secret beast in One Piece that we don't know about. So yeah, actually now we're going to number 7. All right, guys. So at number 7 we have Polly, Kyle Stone, and Lulu. Now these characters are all badass, right? They all showed up at the ship. Even though no one asked them, they all showed up thinking no one else would show up. All 100% badass. All pretty strong characters. Not strong in terms of OP characters, but strong in terms of average human beings. Lulu has this thing where he always has something poking out, so he can put it down. Sometimes it comes out from another character, so it's very funny. Townstone's a total badass, buff guy, always loud, always screaming. Very, again, my favorite from these three. And Polly, another legend with a rope. I don't know if it's a rope fruit or if it's just he's really good with ropes.
It's just him being
okay, he's just good with ropes. But he somehow has an infinite supply on him at all times.
Okay, they aren't super insane, like if you just take a look at the power levels, but they are really, really cool. Like when you see them, when you watch Water 7, like people say Water 7 is one of the best arcs, and like these guys really contributed a lot. I think Polly, surprisingly his abilities are pretty good, man. I can think of when you're playing in the game, like you see an enemy and like, bro, like you're like, bro, your teammate, hello, you can see that Blackbeard is gonna use his skill too. Then you just use your rope and pull your friend over to you.
That's him very well, because he did save the team by roping himself and then just getting out, and then he was able to unrope everyone, which allowed them to escape. Then when they fell in the hole, he created infinite ropes to help them all go back up. So he's a very supportive guy as well. I definitely like that idea, by the way. Can be used to troll, of course. You know, there's your Kaku's running and you just bring him back to troll. But it's still a very interesting idea for sure. The other two, they can have basic abilities, anything with a sword, and the other guy anything with a punch. But I don't want to dwell too much into these guys because honestly, we haven't seen much about them. So let's get into number 6. All right, guys. At number 6, we have Sol. Now, Sol, a legend, a man amongst men. He created the Derishishi laugh, which created the most cute moment in Robin laughing like that. So, amazing character. He was a vice admiral, of course, meaning he was at least very strong. And we all know that, of course, vice admirals can use haki. So,
well, what would he have in the game, man?
I'm just like, save Robin.
I think he's gonna be another, like a really, really good tank, like he's gonna like have insane damage reduction traits, I guess. Then, like he actually has this like skill where he kind of buffs his teammates. But the thing is, the buff, when he does the buff, right, he'll just say that like someday you'll meet brave friends who will protect you. Then like just like reliving the moment, like
the 100%.
I still like that phrase, like he really
And Aokiji having to freeze his friend, of course, was tragic for Sol, but also tragic for Aokiji, and also tragic for Robin, and also tragic for Robin's mom, Nico Olvia. So it was a tragedy that Sol had to die. But of course, you could see that he didn't agree with the way of the Marines and left. And ironically, Aokiji, who had to freeze him, also eventually left because he didn't want the Marines to go under Aokiji. So under Akainu. So definitely very interesting character. Would love to see like a tank, damage reduction, support, buff your teammates kind of thing. 100% epic character. I love him. Mwah. Alright, so let's get to number 5. Guys, at number 5, we have a pick straight from Shyinx, a Shyinx premium pick in Shu. Now, Shu is the guy that actually was able to rot or rust one of Zoro's swords and actually destroyed it. So he's an irrelevant character that destroyed the Zoro's sword.
Like 30% damage reduction if opponent is like using a sword or something like that.
Just like have it as like an extra trait or like a trait, just
Yeah.
like yo, if he's in the
Character
game,
trait,
swordsmen
character
do
trait.
nothing.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's definitely good as well. Could help nerf the buffs these characters get, especially against Shanks and
Yeah.
Rayleigh, because they get buffs. If they have already reduced attack, their buffs also get reduced. That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Like what if he coat the sword with Haki? Does it actually still work? I don't think it does.
I mean, I don't think Bouncy Rush needs to take that into
I guess
account.
let's not care about that.
So yeah, that's about Shu, guys. Definitely an interesting character that didn't. He said one word like, "Oh, you're Zoro," and then that's it. That's pretty much him. And then he still got defeated anyways by Zoro. But yeah, so interesting pick there. I think Tekking made a whole video on this guy, so go watch that if you care about him more. So yeah, let's get into number 4. All right, guys. At number 4, we have all the vice admirals that appeared to the Buster Call. But besides the fact that their morals are questionable, from left to right, we have Doberman, Onigumo, Momonga, Strawberry, and Yamakaji. Now, these are the guys that showed up, I think. And the only ones that were noteworthy are Onigumo kind of held Marco in the war arc. Momonga showed up to bring Boa to the war. And he sliced the Sea King then. And Strawberry actually was the captain that fought Fisher Tiger before Kizaru came to help him win the fight. So these are the ones that did something. Yamakaji and Doberman, I don't think they did that much. So
like with one person like being the main character,
yeah.
then like one skill will be the Buster Call, because technically they are the ones that did the Buster Call. Then like the one, I don't know who was it that hold the golden Dendem Mushi, but like imagine you use that and like the Buster Call, then pew,
the one who allowed the Buster Call was Aokiji. Aokiji is the one who gave the Denden Mushi to Spandam, I think, and Spandam's the one who used it. However, we can give it to Momonga, and Momonga has a golden Denden Mushi, and then he clicks on it as a skill, and you get like boats just show up in the map with like all the that could be lit. That's a fantastic skill for characters we haven't seen much. That's pretty cool. So that's that for number 4. Vice Admirals, pretty cool characters. Some of them I like, some of them I hate. Some of the Vice Admirals later on are cooler, of course. Let's get into number 3. All right, guys. So at number 3, he's one of my favorites from this list. I love this guy, T-Bone. Now T-Bone is actually, even though he looks super scary, is actually someone who cares very much about his subordinates and also shows a lot of compassion and also is very, very strong and tenacious, by the way. He ran through the whole sea track and then cut down a train. Now, unfortunately, he had to fight Zoro. Pretty much got one shot by Zoro. But that aside, he was a captain. In the anime, he did make an appearance at the war before the war started. However, we didn't see him in the war do anything, so I don't know what happened to him. But definitely love this guy. The fact that he cares so much about his subordinates, the fact that he was pretty strong. You know, his ability to make straight lines and then like it can cut through anything. And he cut the train. Pretty strong guy. Would definitely love to see him. And I realize Kamakaji is on the screen right now, and we don't need him. So just ignore him. He looks funny, but T-Bone is the number 3, guys. So
just pretty much a short swordsman. So I think he can do like the flying cuts, I guess, like the normal the flying slashes.
It could be something like he just makes a square and then it just throws at long range, and anyone in that square will get hit. It could be something like that. He slashes because he's a straight guy. You know, he does things straight, and his thing is like straight. So maybe he can have long range normal attacks where he just like the first hit like a straight vertical attack, and the other one a horizontal attack, then another something. Maybe he can be a 2 combo guy, just 1 2 1 2 1 2. It could be cool. I love T-Bone. I'd love to see him. But that's that for T-Bone, guys. I love T-Bone. So God bless his soul, guys. Guys, so at number 2, we have Kobe and Helmeppo. Now, they don't appear technically in Enies Lobby. They appear in Post-Enies Lobby with Garp and Garp's right-hand man. However, we already have a Garp in the game. Hopefully, they add a nice, cooler, updated Garp, you know. Maybe young Garp with young Sengoku. I'm not saying I really want this. I'm not saying I'll spend money for this, but I will.
During this part, they aren't that amazing yet. But they kind of just like tell Luffy and Zoro like, hey, don't forget us. We're
Yeah,
actually
literally.
we're here, boys.
Yeah.
Then I think Kobe learning the things like Saru. So is Saru? Yeah, Saru.
Yeah.
Then like it's pretty cool. I don't know why Helmepo has to choose that sword, but
It's
he did
different.
it. He did it. Then I don't know
So,
how he can become that strong. Also, like
yeah.
maybe he should just stick to his pistol like in the game. Man.
And I mean, Helmepo, you know, he's always going to be the weaker Kobe, but he's kind of Kobe's right hand man. So maybe in the future, he will be like Kobe's right hand man. Okay. All right. So, guys, besides the fact that Shyinx hates Helmepo so much, I hated him at first, but now, you know, he's kind of endearing. You know, I feel kind of bad that they forgot him, but he's still pretty okay now. You know, he redeemed himself in a way. So, still not like someone amazing, not someone you look up to. You know, no one watches the show and goes like, "I want to be just like Helmepo," but like he's still okay. So that's that about Kobe and Helmepo, and let's finally get into number one. All right, guys. So Shyinx thought we were recording. He gave some brilliant ideas, but unfortunately, I wasn't recording because I had to remove our dear friend Fukuro, because fuck Fukuro, and we added Bruno, someone I completely forgot about. So thank God Shyinx reminded me to add him. And Shyinx, tell us about your ideas for Bruno. Or retell us.
The fun is not there already. But yeah, okay. So I was saying, right, you can use his doors to like set out traps. So like, you can use the like one door on one way. Then like, if the enemy accidentally enters the door, right, they'll just get portaled like somewhere else.
Yeah.
So yeah, then the other idea, I guess Uncle can talk a little bit about it.
Okay, yeah. So the other idea was we can have a door that you place somewhere in the map. Maybe you can control the minimap and place it from the minimap. You don't actually have to be there. And you can just keep teleporting amongst the two doors. And it's not something that enemies can see. They cannot destroy it. It's just there. So they're forced to always keep in mind that you can always teleport. They can see it, of course, or else it's broken. But they will always have to keep in mind that you can keep teleporting between these two doors. And maybe when you teleport from a door to a door, you get an attack buff. Because he's always scary. You know, when he came out of the door, he was like scary. So, you know, maybe a 10% attack buff when you use the door for like 4 seconds or 3 seconds. Something like just one skill after the door can be strong. So, yeah, that's that for Bruno. Now, Shyinx, you can finally answer the question. Which amongst those four are your favorite? Jabra, Khalifa, Kumadori, and Bruno.
Obviously, Shyinx being Shyinx, you had to pick the female one. So I'll take the Khalifa, and I think she's pretty cool. Like she weakens people, and like she turns them into this like weird ass like
Same.
oh what is that?
Like
some soap figure. Really, she got wrecked by Nami. Like it's kind of like those things where like being outsmarted, you know.
Yeah, I mean Nami, that's how she wins, right? She outsmarts the enemies.
Benji is one of my favorite characters because like his kicks are so nice. Yeah, that's
He
why
has
I'm
a
rooting
kick
for Khalifa,
fetish,
man.
guys.
I just realized what I said. Oh my
Kicks, man, are so nice.
Oh my god. Okay. Then Uncle, I guess we can talk about Kumadori. I guess
Kumadori,
you said that you like him a lot.
He's my favorite. I love him. I love everything about him. I love the way he talks. I love the way he moves. I love the way he always calls his mom. I don't know, for some reason he always says Oka-san. And I'm like, what are you calling your mom for? But it's so cool. The way he talks, the way he moves, the way he fights. Everything about him is super cool. I don't like his weird tentacle hair type thing, but everything else is fantastic. So I love Kumadori. I don't know what he could do. Maybe I just want to hear his voice. I just want to hear his voice.
They copy him from like Jiraiya, man. Like if you know One Piece, you know Jiraiya. Like bro, Jiraiya can control his hair. This guy also can control his hair. Then the way they speak, like they have this like the stance where like they did the fist to the front and something. It's freaking exact the same. That's why I think he's pretty cool also. Then yes, you can use the hair to like wrap people up, then do some damage. Yeah, some things, you know.
Yeah. But anyways, Jabra is the big boy. Jabra is the big damage dealer here. He's not my favorite, but he's probably the most likely to come into OPBR. So
Jabra. So this guy has the wolf fruit. So he's like he kind of got shadowed by Lucci, because Lucci's fruit is like similar but better, you know. So but this guy by no means is very bad. So
the unfortunate thing about Jabra is that he is pretty strong. Of course, not as strong as Lucci, But because he's a Zoan in the same arc as Lucci, who was like everyone remembers Lucci, Jumba's just like kind of meh, but he was still pretty strong. The guy is still pretty strong for sure. Definitely could use a lot of different skills in the game. Hopefully he will come out as Lucci, as a transform, and hopefully they make more transforms, just human to the devil fruit. Anyways, guys, this was a very, very, very long video. Hopefully we cut it down so it's viewable and everyone enjoys it. But yeah, that's that. Shyinx, any closing thoughts?
I think this arc is pretty good.
Yeah.
Can we have a Going Merry as a character?
This was the best arc. Best arc. My favorite arc so far. I'm at Dressrosa right now, guys. I'm gonna go into Zoe right now. Out of all these arcs, this was my favorite. Shyinx, his opinions are very lackluster. He doesn't know how to give good opinions. But, I don't know. What's your favorite arc? Thriller Bark?
My favorite arc, definitely Post-Time Skip, man.
Yeah, that's a good arc too. That's a good arc.
I think storyline wise, definitely Water 7 is really, really, really good.
On so many touching moments.
It's like, it's so meta. Yeah, exactly. Like the Robin moment, then there's the
Marigo, there's the
Marigo, then there's also the Frankie moment, like when he's passed. Yeah, this.
It's just, and then so Robin's passed, and then the tragedy of O'Hara was in Enies Lobby, but they're all under the Water 7 Saga, which is what this video is about. So, guys, tons of things happened in Water 7. Go back, watch that arc if you haven't watched it in years. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It holds up till today. Anyway, great arc.
Just one little thing that I think we forgot. Is when Robin says, "I want to leave." Ikitai! Oh yes! Oh my god,
bro, dude! The funny thing,
to save, man.
I'm watching the episode right before Zoe, and Barto actually was telling his crew about all the adventures of the Straw Hats, and I got to re-see that moment today, dude. And it was so good. Oh my god, man! It's a fantastic moment, guys. It's Robin as well, so anything with Robin is fantastic. But yeah, with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out Shyinx, of course. If somehow you're not subbed to him, he makes everything about Bounty Rush. If you want to know anything about Bounty Rush, you check out him. You want medals, you check out him. You want team gameplay, you check out him. You want any tips, check out him. As everything. He's been playing pretty much since launch. Yeah, make sure to check him out, guys. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.